himself was known during the 60s and 70s as a solitaire, almost always attending films alone, and most often living alone. So it seems somehow appropriate that he was the one who wrote, even hand-wrote, all of the messages intercepted by Kasman. As he liked to point out in some interviews, these messages are in fact the only things in Act 1 that he wrote. Rivette told me in one of his interviews that Act 1 was conceived in some ways as a critique of Paris Belongs to Us, especially the paranoid notion of a conspiracy. So in many ways, Léaud functions in Act 1 as an auto-critique of his younger self, while Berthaud is a sort of hustler he could never be.
Just the place for the snack, the bellman cried. Ah, the Hollandaise is cruel.
Léaud also verges on the brink of madness, like many of Rivette's other characters, so it seems appropriate that some of the messages he receives verge on nonsense.
Crew?
Like Berthaud's character to some extent, he oscillates between believing that everything has meaning and is significant, and believing that nothing has meaning or significance.
Dans sa petite boutique marchande d'allumettes, dans sa petite brouette, s'en va à la ville comme une imbécile, son chapeau tordu comme mourut les matins pas comme un espagnol. C'est toi qui gagne.
Deux, trois, quatre, cinq.
"52 scenes of solitude. 52 cards in a deck of solitaire. Do these pieces form their own whole of complete isolation? Or is there still a missing card?"
By far the most important of Rivette's deletions, one of the most powerful scenes in the entire serial, is a lengthy plan séquence featuring Jean-Pierre Léaud in the final episode, which occurred originally just after a comparably lengthy scene between Boulanger and Bernadette Lafont. In fact, the final episode, in its original 90-minute form, showed all four of the major characters, Augier, Léaud, Juliette Berthaud, and Michel Lonsdale, going to pieces in a separate extended sequence. Lonsdale's scene is placed last, and its reduction to a mass of blubbering jelly on a beach seems to bring the serial full circle from the wordless hysteria of his group's first exercise. I haven't had an opportunity to query Rivette about his deletion of Leo's climactic scene, but I suspect that this hair-raising sequence, which shows, or showed, Leo's character alone in his room in a state of hysteria, oscillating between despair and, more briefly, exuberance, carried too many suggestions of Leo's subsequent real-life emotional difficulties for Rivette to feel comfortable about retaining it. Based on my notes taken at the Rotterdam screening, the sequence, punctuated by a few patches of black leader, shows him crying, screaming, howling like an animal, banging his head against the wall, busting a closet door, writhing on the floor, then calming down and picking up his harmonica. After throwing away all 3 of the secret messages he has been trying for most of the serial to decode, he starts playing his harmonica ecstatically, throws his clothes and other belongings out into the hall, dances about maniacally, and then plays the harmonica some more. Dramatically and structurally, this raw piece of psychodrama suggested certain parallels with the sequence relentlessly recording Jean-Pierre Calfon's self-lacerations with a razor in Rivette's L'Amour Fou, 1967. A disturbing piece of self-exposure in which the fictional postulates of the character seem to crumble into genuine pain and distress, representing in both films a dangerous crossing of certain boundaries into what can only be perceived as madness.